Pompey should provide a very good test for Tyrone Trice. Let's go to Michael Buffer and meet them.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from Caesars Atlantic City, Top Rank and Budweiser present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Deputy Commissioners Lawrence Wallace and Yogi Hiltner, and the chairman is Jerry Gormley. It is also sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, represented here tonight by its legal counsel, James J. Binns, Esquire, and ringside supervisor, Marty Cohen. All the other officials will remain the same. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Caesars Atlantic City, let's get ready to rumble. 12 rounds in the welterweight division. This is for the vacant WBA America's Welterweight Championship. The referee for this contest is Arthur Mercanti. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the white trunks with black letters and weighs an even 147 pounds. He's from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. His professional record, 34 victories, 31 by KO, only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tyrone, the Butterfly Trice. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the gray trunks with red trim and also weighs an even 147 pounds. He's from Troy, New York. His professional record, 17-2-1, 7 KOs. Let's hear it for the Troy Tiger, Kevin Pompey.
Good evening, gentlemen. You both know the rules of the World Boxing Association and the New Jersey State Athletic Commission. We expect you to obey these rules, and I'll be here to enforce them. Shake hands. Come on, boxing.
The venerable Arthur Mercanti and the Troy Tiger. That's going to go high on my list of nicknames. I like that very much. Kevin Pompey.
Kevin will sleep better tonight knowing that.
I think he probably will. And Tyrone Trice. Trice has been fighting, as you mentioned, literally all over the world. Has not had a fight in the United States since November 20th, 1987. He's been in France. He was in France all of 1988. And then in 1989, fought March 25th in Casablanca, Morocco. That's his only fight, though, of 1989.
Although he said to me this morning that he's had some other fights that he said weren't recorded. He almost indicated he wanted to be in anonymity, which is in stark contrast to the criticism of us for not talking about him enough.
You fight in Casablanca, you're anonymous.
That's just true. It's hard to get a visa to get out, as Humphrey Bogart found out.
That's right.
These early rounds, I think, pivotal for Kevin Pompey. This 24-year-old knows he's in against a guy who's better than what he's been facing, even though he hasn't been facing bad fighters. For those people that did not see the April 1988 bout between Trice and Simon Brown, we showed some of it, of course. It was a war, and Trice very close to ripping that title away from Brown, who was in the audience here tonight, by the way. Simon here to take a look at Trice. And Tyrone, who is self-managed, indicates that he thinks he's going to have an April date with Simon Brown.
Trice has to think about the man in front of him before he starts thinking about Simon Brown. Kevin Pompey, as we said at the top of the show, not a gimme.
Not at all. And as we saw in our last fight, Nigel Benn escaped with a split decision over Sanderline Williams in a bout in which he admitted he took him lightly.
Pompey, the last time we saw him against J.J. Watt, good right hand by Trice. Last time we saw Pompey against J.J. Waters, he started rather slowly, came on in the late rounds. Trice got a couple of good shots in.
Kevin Pompey does not want to back up against the ropes because Trice will rip him as he did there. Detroit contingent here for Tyrone. So he's living in Milwaukee and commuting to train. Oh, wonderful body work by Trice, which I indicated at the beginning would be important for him.
That uppercut pretty good too is Trice. He's been short with it a couple of times, but he's gotten it there a couple of times also. Step back. Trice being very patient in this first round.
The hook by Pompey, a punch he tends to slap with.
End of round number 1, Tyrone Trice and Kevin Pompey, and we'll be back. 400 times.
Just wanted to make you look real good.
That's right. She's always been like that.
What's a mom for if not to call and make her son look good?
400 times?
That's a lot of money. She'll be calling you to reimburse her for those calls. That first round was really a mixed bag, you know, in a certain way. For a portion of the round, I thought that Trice was taking control and almost to the point of it being really detrimental to Kevin Pompey. But then toward the end of that round, I got the impression Kevin Pompey started to feel a lot more comfortable.
As you mentioned, Pompey, the last time we saw him, did not get out of the blocks real quickly. As you look at the punch profile from the first round, Trice for 78 punches, frankly, I wouldn't have thought he threw that many, but he did.
And landed, you know, double the amount that Pompey did. I'll tell you what, though, I feel that Kevin Pompey's feeling more secure in this bout. The way he came out here for the second round. And, of course, that can all change immediately with a puncher with the power of Tyrone Trice.
I'll tell you one thing. Whoever loses this fight will not lose it for being out of shape. These two guys are absolutely fit.
Yeah, it's great to see boxers who are in their right weight division, who are in terrific shape and ready to go, and that, as you said, applies to both men.
Good right hand by Trice, as Pompey doing exactly what you were saying he probably shouldn't do, and that is get on the ropes. Body shot.
And you can't against Tyrone Trice because he will throw those real strong body punches and good shots to the head.
Pompey himself trying to work the body a little bit.
You know what you could overlook, and you could easily, because Trice was knocked out by Simon Brown, and that's where most people have seen him, overlook his defense. Trice is a good defensive fighter. And Pompey having a tough time hitting him to the body and the head.
Trice's only 2 losses were by way of the knockout. As you mentioned, Simon Brown knocked him out in that title fight back in April of 1988. Freddie Pendleton knocked him out in 1 round, but that was way back in 1984, and it was only his 7th fight.
And there's no shame in losing to Freddie Pendleton. He's fighting Pernell Whitaker for the lightweight championship on February 3rd in the undercard of Camacho and Pazienza.
Trice has been very close on that uppercut on numerous occasions, and as you can see, Trice 31 knockouts in his 34 fights.
That's really the key difference in this bout. I'll tell you what, though, he has hit Pompey already with some very big punches, and Kevin hasn't budged. Oh, excellent body work by Trice.
Pretty effective, too. Pompey trying to fight back, though. Neither man's been hurt.
Kevin also committed to doing a lot of body work, but he just hasn't been as effective as Tyrone Trice.
Pompey, should you be wondering, has been knocked out once in his career, but that was also early in his career in his 8th fight against Warren Nelson right here in Atlantic City. Since that time, though, he has been right on and on his feet. 3rd round now, Tyrone Trice in the white trunks, Kevin Pompey in the gray trunks, or silver, if you prefer.
A peek at my scorecard tells us that, in my mind, Tyrone Trice has won the first 2 rounds.
Won them both closely, though.
Yeah, Pompey had his moments in both those rounds.
Pompey's corner there, urging him to get off a little bit quicker. That's sometimes easier said than done. Right hand by Pompey. No damage.
Trice is setting up the straight right very well with his jab, and he's landed some extremely good rights. Kevin Pompey has taken him, but they've been there for Trice.
The right hand by Pompey.
They want Pompey to really double up with that left hook when he's on the inside. He's been doing that yet. Here's the hook by Kevin.
Pompey trying to work inside, trying to get inside. That hasn't always been easy, though, for him.
There's Pompey ripping left hook. And there's the right. His left hook's not as powerful as Trice, but he's got a good one.
He's got it with the right hand a couple times in this round, too.
And finally unveils his own uppercut.
Pompey actually getting the better of this.
Trice not throwing as many punches off those ropes as he did earlier.
Now Pompey steps back and lets Trice off the ropes.
Rare that you see two men in a boxing match as committed to body work as we've seen Pompey and Trice.
Yeah, both of them are. Good right hand by Trice there. And I'm sure the body punches of each man would wear down a lesser opponent, but as you said earlier, both these fighters just in impeccable condition. We'll be back.
The overhand right toward the end of the round that Kevin Pompey landed, and I got the attention of Tyrone Trice.
Did. Neither man has really been hurt in this fight. That was probably Pompey's best punch of the fight, but he had a good round. Here's the third round, and Trice was busier, but as you can see, even though Trice threw almost twice the punches, Pompey scored on 28 of them.
Kevin doing very good work to the body and then some good shot to the head like that right hand. And Trice has chosen to lay against the ropes like this. I think it's a ploy, a good uppercut by Trice. Will it be a ploy that will stand him in good stead?
He's been looking to find a home for that uppercut since the fight started.
Good defense by Trice on the ropes, though. Blocking a lot of the shots that Kevin Pompey is throwing. But Pompey also blocking shots and lands his own overhand right and keeps him in the corner. Nice move by Kevin Pompey. Very nice move. A veteran's move.
Pompey clearly getting the better of it there. Trice not being hurt by anything and trying to fight off the ropes, but Trice's punches being caught on Pompey's gloves and Pompey getting there both to the body and the head.
There finally, Trice gets away from that corner. Interesting sequence over there in that corner. And if you look back for moments in a bout and say, where was the time when a guy might have gained some confidence? Pompey might have gained confidence there. But look, Trice turns it around.
Trice got through the gloves of Pompey that time.
And Trice is now doing exactly to Pompey what Pompey did to him, keeping him in that corner. Now finally, Pompey moves out. These are going to be very, very close rounds. Boy, are we headed for yet another split decision?
Really?
Good work downstairs by Pompey. They're not all landing perfectly, but he's getting there, and so is Trice. Well, I tell you what, tonight, you know what? Tonight we have 4 boxers in the ring that know what they're doing. The 2 in our previous fight and now here with Pompey and Trice. It's a pleasure to watch them work.
Yeah, it is. Pompey, as a matter of fact, has only had 19 fights, but he just comes across like a much more experienced fighter. Good right hand again by Pompey. Nothing causing any real damage, but nonetheless, Pompey doing enough work. And he's had 2 very successful rounds in a row. We'll be back. Round number 5, and the 5th round, we had a debate here at this table as to who won that last round.
Very tough round to score. You kind of thought Kevin Pompey and I actually ended up making it even. I copped out a little
Total punches in this fight. Trice.
Look at that.
Pompey fighting a very good fight. I'll tell you, to throw 192 punches, connect on 88. And remember, Pompey is a guy who, generally speaking, will finish stronger than he starts.
There is a little cut, I think, over the left eye of Kevin Pompey.
I think there is, too, and I did not see that at the end of the last round, nor did I see them working on a cut, so it must have happened right at the outset of this round.
Okay, they have been banging heads on the inside, too, a little bit.
I would hate to see this fight decided by cut.
Oh, that really would be a shame with both men doing such a good job. I don't know when I've seen, it's been a while since I've seen a bout in which both men have been so effective to the body. It is interesting, you know, we're watching a man in Tyrone Trice rated right near the top, #1 by the IBF, 5 by the WBC, 7 by the WBA. And here's a guy, Kevin Pompey, not in the top 10 rankings, but you can see a man who has lots of skills. And the difference between the top contenders and guys like him is not that vast. It's not that huge.
In fact, Trice took an interesting approach. He went to Europe to gain experience, and that's where he wound up getting the title shot.
Facing Simon Brown in France and staying on there to fight 5 more fights before the one at Casablanca. So yes, he's went on the road for that experience.
I'll say he went on the road. He went on the road more than Hope and Crosby.
That's true. He's just missing Dorothy Lamour, huh? I think Trice has been sharper in this round. Although Kevin Pompey has continued to work pretty effectively. A warning for holding behind the head.
Keep an eye on that cut. I'm not sure it's the cut as much as it is the swelling on top of the eye that could eventually be a problem for Kevin Pompey. Much better round for Tyrone Trice. And we'll be back.
And everybody knows that.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We do hear him. Well,
Tell them I'm the greatest, one of the greatest. Tell them.
Thank you much.
I'll tell you what, he's a great heavyweight champion, and the guy sitting next to him might be one of the 2 or 3 greatest ever for sure, Archie Moore.
What an amazing guy.
Larry's not suffering from attack of humility these days.
No, he's not, is he? I like Larry.
I do too. I do too. He's
and a guy who was really underrated as a fighter. Not so much underrated,
yes,
but underappreciated.
Often misunderstood, I think.
Yes.
I have Tyrone Trice edging ahead now 49-47 in a bout in which Kevin Pompey very much in the hunt, as Keith Jackson might say if he were here.
Oh, doctor.
We're in no danger of a gully washer, though, are we?
That's right.
Indoors.
That's right. One other note about Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a half of the greatest fight I ever saw.
Ooh, which one would that be?
Yvonne Durrell.
Oh, my, yeah.
Montreal, Canada.
You were there live for that?
No, I wasn't.
I didn't think so. You were just 4 years old when that fight happened.
I heard it on a crystal set.
It's your dad's knee.
Yes. Oh, but of course this is for the WBA America's welterweight title.
That's where Tyrone Trice got mad at us. See, we were kidding about that title, and there's where he got mad at us.
Where are the WBA Americas? Somewhere down by the Falklands.
Yes. See, that's no reflection on you, Tyrone. You're a wonderful boxer, so don't get mad at us in the future. It's just that it's hard to figure out what the WBA Americas are supposed to be.
Well, to send them to the Department of Nicknames. They'd probably come up with a better name for the title.
That's true. What we have, titles and all the rest aside, are 2 boxers who are plying their craft quite well. Even if this isn't one of those wildly exciting matches where everybody's getting hit every 2 seconds, the fact is there's a good right hand by Pompey. The fact is these are men that know what they're doing. It's part of the reason why they're not getting hit every 2 seconds. They're landing their share.
That's absolutely right. This falls into the category of good fight.
Just when Pompey comes on, Tyrone Trice showing why he is a top contender and a very potential champion, always comes back with something special. Oh, those are really brutal body shots by Pompey. I mean, he is getting everything into those shots.
He's just doing a terrific job in this fight, and that's to take nothing away from Tyrone Trice.
Because you know what? Kevin Pompey we've seen him in recent fights, he has elevated his performance, even if he doesn't win here tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, he is wailing away to the body.
Good shots, a good round for Kevin Pompey. We'll be back.
On the road. You get a little rough, you get a little rough right back.
In the corner of Tyrone Trice, that's the brain trust. Malik Muhammad, Dave Rollins, Ralph Citro.
Sometimes sit down and run, trying to end up stronger than the last round, last minute of that round. Steal it, okay?
Stay out of the corner.
Kevin Pompey lands the right now. Look at him switch this attack to the body. Now, some of those are blocked. The right hand got in there, though, to the body. And he really went after Tyrone Trice's body. Trice coming right out with a good right hand.
Neither man has really been hurt in this fight, but cumulatively, you have an idea that somewhere along the line it's going to show on one of them.
You would think it would. I mean, they have really thrown some serious body shots here.
But again, you have to mention the fact that both these fighters are just in terrific physical shape. So it's going to take a lot. And now the cut opens up a little bit more over the left eye of Pompey. Much worse than it was before.
And Trice landing to the head a lot more in this round. Kind of a slapping left hook by Pompey. If there's a big difference between these two fighters, and there is, it would be that Trice throws his left hook to the head with a lot more authority. Pompey tends to slap with that punch. Tyrone Trice owned the beginning of that round, and Pompey now starting to come on a bit. Well, those punches not landing very well.
I told Tyrone Trice in his corner to stay out of the corner. That's where he got in trouble, as we recall, at the end of the last round. Trice getting home a little bit more to the head than he was.
And the cut is bothering Pompey. There he took a right hand. He was dabbing at it with his glove. Very, very big round here for Tyrone Trice.
And really working on that cut, too.
Pompey just kind of waiting there against the ropes for him. I think this round has taken a lot out of Kevin Pompey.
If nothing else, that cut has given him another thing to think about other than the man in front of him.
Which is more than enough. And the Trice uppercut, which we talked about earlier, has become really a big weapon here in the last round or two.
Do feel that cut is bothering Kevin Pompey. And we come toward the end of the 7th round. There's going to be a lot of conversation in the corner of Kevin Pompey.
Tyrone Trice landing this right hand. It really is bothering the cut over the left eye of Kevin Pompey. That helped open up that cut, though they did stop the bleeding in between rounds.
So this is round number 8, and not as they indicated to Kevin Pompey in his corner when he asked what round is it, they said 7. And he said, that's all? You can see the story of the 7th round.
Trice having a very good round, throwing a lot and landing double the punches that Pompey did. Nice combinations by Trice. Working the body and then coming with that right hand to the head. You can feel the control of this fight moving over to Tyrone Trice.
Very definitely.
He is a heavy-handed puncher, I'll tell you. A lot of holding by Trice. A point is taken away. Well, Arthur McCanty did warn him once before, maybe twice before. So now, a point taken away in this round.
Arthur McCanty, a no-nonsense referee, warns you once, the next time you're out of there. And that's what happened. And now it's that much more important for Kevin Pompey to win this round.
He could end up with a 2-point round, and for Trice, he's fighting to get an even round.
All right, break. Step back, don't punch.
And Trice continuing what he started in this round. So his illegal tactic would really hurt him, because it would be a round in which he would be winning and probably decisively pulling away in this bout. If he isn't already, but I have it fairly close. Of course, Trice could always score a knockdown and be so decisive to win a 2-point round, in which case you could still end up with the round. And I'll tell you, he is dominating the action. There's no doubt about that.
Pompey, this seems to have slowed just a step. Headed to the end of round number 8. And we'll see what that point that was deducted all means. Round number 9 now. And Trice starting to bend the fight very much in his direction.
I still have Tyrone Trice leading 77-75. The last round, I made an even 9-9 round, because even though the point was taken away, Trice dominated the round, won it, but ends up being an even round. A golden opportunity missed by Kevin Pompey, or you can look at it this way, a golden opportunity missed by Tyrone Trice because he was dominating the round, and because of an illegal maneuver, ended up getting only a draw in it.
Remember, this is a 12-round fight. Still a ways to go, and still an opportunity for Kevin Pompey if he can gather himself again. A cut no worse now than it was 2 rounds ago.
And it's probably not too early to mention, as we head into this, perhaps these additional rounds, that Pompey has never been past 10. He's been 10 twice, whereas Trice has been 14, though he got knocked out in the 14th by Simon Brown. And the question of who has more left, of course, starting to become an issue. Pompey's been dominated the last several rounds, but has shown a little bit more fire here.
Trice pressuring Pompey more than he has. Still working the body well.
A couple of those straying low.
Yes, they are.
Triple jab by Trice. Not everyone getting in, but a couple getting in.
Pompey looking as though he's trying to load up a little bit more. Got there with the right hand.
His right hand has not been able to hurt Trice. He's landed it some, but Pompey's really pushing his right hand.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's starting to look a little bit tired.
Punch, you had a little more snap on it before.
Getting hit a lot more now, too.
It's been a war of attrition, really, and it just looks as though it's taken more of a toll on Pompey. We talked a lot about the body work Kevin was doing early. Trice has been equally committed to the body, and I think maybe having even more impact with that attack.
So round 9 belonging to Tyrone Trice also, and he is really starting to take control of this fight. Well, 6 of you who called think George Foreman's going to win, and 4 of you think Jerry Cooney's going to win.
Boy, they think the preacher is the puncher, huh?
Yeah, they do. 60
May well be.
And the odds on the fight 8-5, and so again, that's pretty consistent with what the good folks in the gambling places think.
Pompey getting in with his right hand, and he has on a number of occasions. It just has not been enough to turn the tide.
Pompey looks just a little bit tired. And as you can see, Trice has been very active, very busy.
It's not that, he's been much more active. The amount landed isn't that huge a margin, but when a guy throws twice the number of punches almost as his opponent, you got to look at that and say, chances are he's going to be ahead, because some of those are going to land. I think the body work's really bothering Kevin Pompey, what Trice has done down there.
Good right hand by Trice. Pompey got there with a looping right hand of his own, but Trice clearly the bigger puncher. I think that right-handed Trice might have hurt Pompey a minute ago.
You know, Kevin Pompey's really a tough guy. I mean, he is a committed, dedicated athlete who is focused. He's just in there with a guy who seems to be a little bit better. Tyrone Trice just has lots of skills and a lot of power.
And almost twice the experience.
Yeah, also a key factor. Tell you what, I'd like to see Tyrone Trice face one of those welterweight champions.
Yes.
If he would win here, Simon Brown, Marlon Starling, Mark Breland. They claim they've tried to get Breland in the ring to no avail.
That'd be an interesting fight, I think.
Oh, yeah. Be a very tough fight for Mark Breland, I got to tell you. Good combinations by Trice.
Right hand by Pompey, but Trice did not take a step back.
Although I'm sure Mark Breland's sitting there thinking, hey, guess what? If I hit him with those right hands, Trice is going to feel a little bit more than Kevin Pompey. But nevertheless, Trice would be right there. And I'll tell you what, Pompey is showing us in this round, even though he's losing this round, why he is such a gritty, tough competitor.
He's still throwing a lot of punches.
And landing his share. Oh, nice right.
Again.
That was a real good right hand.
But again, he hasn't forced Trice to take a backward step.
Trice disdaining even bringing the left hand up. More content to go on offense. Oh, wow.
That one staggered him. That one did hurt him.
Yes.
Trice holds on
Yes.
into trouble. Pompey now moves in. It will not take much, but look at the time. Only 10 seconds left. Trice holding on.
For dear life.
He's still hurt. Pompey trying to jump on him before the end of the round. Gets one more shot in, but Trice gets through it.
Tyrone Trice is walking around. I don't know if he was sure where his corner was. And I'll tell you, that's a close round. Even though Kevin Pompey hurt him badly toward the end of the round, Trice was really doing a number on him through the first half of the round.
Now this next round will be a huge test for both these guys. We'll see what Pompey left in that rally. And we'll see how much he took out of this man.
Here is where the right hand hurt.
We need tape,
Trice.
gentlemen.
He got overconfident because he had taken 3 or 4 of those right hands and it didn't bother him. He thought, he's not going to hurt me with the right hand. Well, boy, oh boy, that one did.
It's a real delayed reaction on the part of Trice also. 11th round scheduled for 12. Pompey starts out with a right hand.
Pompey has never been this distance before.
And as you can see, this indicates the point you were making earlier. Pompey not as busy.
Yeah, Trice landed a lot more, really. Makes you... It's difficult to give the round to Pompey. I ended up doing it because I really thought he had such a good rally in the last minute and a half. Not just the part where he hurt him. but reluctantly, I ended up giving him that round. I'll tell you what, Kevin Pompey throwing a lot more punches right now.
I have an idea. It won't take a lot. Pompey can come up with the same kind of punch he hit him with the last time. That could be enough.
At least maybe to put you off. But look, Tyrone Trice hurt him badly.
Got a little careless.
Tremendous right hand by Tyrone Trice.
And Pompey is hurt. Still hurt.
Boy, this is like his fight with Simon Brown. Trice, a warrior, coming back here. Even though it was Brown that ultimately ended up winning that battle.
Stop pushing down. Let's go.
Good move by Arthur McKinney. Instead of taking another point away, he opted to give Trice another warning. Trice knows if he does. Oh, man, look at Pompey with that double right. I mean, Kevin Pompey was hurt badly in this round.
Yeah, I thought he was gone, as a matter of fact, but he came back strongly.
This already an early contender for our ESPN fight of the year, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
It was a battle of skills for the first 8 rounds, and it's become a war in the last 3 or 4. Tough rounds to score. Pompey hurt early in this round, coming back.
Pompey was doing a little bit more here. Just a great fight. And again, a right hand by Trice. The mouthpiece of Pompey goes.
Stop. Mouthpiece. Where's that mouthpiece?
They're going to stop it for the mouthpiece.
A rule now here in New Jersey, and boy, that came at an opportune time.
No mouthpiece. Is it washed clean? Let's go.
Not a good time for Tyrone Trice.
Okay, fellas.
But a good time for Pompey.
A real break for Kevin Pompey. He was stung again by Trice. Inside of 10 seconds remaining in this 11th round.
Great uppercut by Trice after 3 straight jabs. This is a war, and it is a superb boxing match.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get much better.
Good shot again by Pompey.
Let's go. Fight.
We come to the end of the...
Stop.
Early in the 11th round, this right hand by Tyrone Trice turned the tide, and he nailed him with another one.
And he opens this round by nailing him with another right hand. Pompey just reaching down, Trice holding on.
Kevin Pompey came out wailing here in the 12th.
What a gutty effort by both men.
Really superb. You hate to sit here and be overly praiseful, but my gosh, they've been superb.
Oh, it's a terrific fight.
And Tyrone Trice, man, this was no easy tune-up for him.
Oh, I don't say I could even describe it as a tune-up.
No way.
A test.
It is a test. He's going to earn it if he gets into a championship match here through this. I've got Trice winning 106-103. It could be closer than that.
Pompey thinks he's got to get Trice out of there.
Yeah, I believe he does too. That's why he came out firing here in the 12th. I'll tell you what, Kevin Pompey has made himself a marketable welterweight, and off this performance, they ought to rank him in the top 10, one way or the other, win, lose, or draw.
Trice started to walk away from Pompey, and Pompey caught him with a hook and then a right hand.
That overhand right again, I think, stunned Trice a little bit. Look at the combinations they're throwing in the 12th round, and most of those are delivered technically correctly and with a lot of power.
Both men still seem to have a little left. Every time it looks like one or the other is tired, they both come back.
Tremendous body punches. You know, it's hard to believe there's a minute left in this 12th round. Seldom seen a match where both men to the end are committed to that body work. They're going to be sore tomorrow.
This crowd very appreciative of this fight, as well it should be.
Now Pompey off balance, a little wild. We haven't seen that so much from him. So is Trice a little bit. They're so tired. Why not?
Pompey got there with the left hand again, and so does Trice, and Pompey right back with a right hand.
And wouldn't a knockdown of either man be a key moment? Both are tired and both are getting hit with bombs. It could happen.
20 seconds left in the fight.
That left hook by Pompey was really a solid punch.
There won't be a knockout in this fight, but it'll sure end with a flourish. It's over. What a fight.
Nice one, Paul. Great fight. You're a great, courageous fighter.
Well, just a terrific fight between Tyrone Trice and Kevin Pompey. Back with the decision right after this. To the decision, we'll tell you the Top Rank Boxing was brought to you tonight by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. There's Bud's for you. And by the Beef Industry Council and Beef Board. Beef, real food for real people. Let's get to the official decision now, and Michael Buffer. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official scoring. Before I give that to you, I've just been informed by Mr. Bob Aram, the chairman of Top Rank Incorporated, each fighter will receive an additional $1,000 for this great performance here tonight. Here's the official scoring, ladies and gentlemen. Al DeVito scores about 114 to 113. John Riley and Frank J. Cairo each score at 115 to 112 for the winner, who will now have the WBA America's welterweight title, Tyrone Trice.
Well, I don't think it's a great surprise that Tyrone Trice won the fight, but I'll tell you, this is one of those fights there simply was not a loser.